Hey, what's going on, everyone? I think it's very important to have a good strategy when you're in the points and miles and cash back game. It's no secret that I love American Express and I'm a huge fan of the membership rewards program. And what I thought I'd do in this video is talk about my American Express strategy, like which cards I have. Which card is my favorite? Which cards do I put the most spin on? Which cards do I simply use for perks? I thought I'd go over all this in this video and share it with everyone. Hey, welcome to Points Blank Travel. My name is Rod, and my goal for this channel is to talk about credit cards, points, and miles, and how to travel around the country, around the world for little or no money out of your pocket. If this is something you're interested in, please subscribe to the channel. Like the video, share it with your family, share it with your friends, share it with people you don't even like. And with all that being said, let's roll, baby. Hey, the first thing to understand when you're dealing with American Express cards is the distinction between charge cards and credit cards. They do offer both. A charge card is a card that does not have a preset spending limit, but you cannot finance your charges over time. You must pay your balance in full each month. A credit card does have a preset limit, and you can actually finance your purchases over a period of time. Now, I will say American Express is starting to move into a direction where they're taking their charge cards and they're offering things like Planet, or they're offering things such as pay over time, But when you really look at it, if you go on their website, it's going to have charge cards and it's going to have credit cards. Next, I want to talk about the credit cards and charge cards that I actually have from American Express. I have 7 cards. I don't know if I'm maxed out, but if I'm not, I feel like I am, because that's a lot. But I really, like I said at the beginning of the video, I love American Express. I love the membership rewards program. I love the cash back opportunities that you can get from American Express. And without, holding this up, let's go over the cards that I have. First on the agenda, I'm going to talk about the 2 charge cards that I have. First is the American Express Platinum card. This card actually has a $550 annual fee. I do want to talk about the annual fee because these actually add up. And preparing for this video, I may have to step back and look at what I'm doing because I'm spending a lot of money messing around with American Express. Next, my second and final charge card that I have with American Express is my American Express Gold card. That card comes with a $250 annual fee, but I do get some good perks. I get good perks from both of them, so I can't complain. Third on the list, getting into the credit cards, getting away from the charge cards, getting into the credit cards, is my American Express Everyday Preferred card. This card has a $95 annual fee. Next on the agenda is my American Express Blue Cash Preferred card. This card has a $95 annual fee. Now, moving on, next is my American Express Hilton Honors Surpass card. This card has a $95 annual fee. I'm glad I don't have a calculator. I'm glad I'm not adding this up. And if you decide to add it up, please don't put it in the comments. I don't want to know. The 6th card on my list is my American Express Marriott Bonvoy card. This card is no longer available. They actually closed the card. It comes with a $95 annual fee. Now I'm getting ready to get to some good news. Maybe not for you, but good news to me. And the final card in my American Express strategy is the Blue Business Plus card. This card comes with, drum roll, a $0 annual fee. No annual fee on this card. And I'm so glad that I can finally say that I have a card that has no annual fee, because, man, that kind of added up. And I really don't even want to think about it. I'm not going to add it up. And please, if you do, keep it to yourself. Don't tell me about it. Which cards out of this do I use the most? If you've watched any of my videos, it's no secret that my American Express Everyday Preferred card is my workhorse. That is my favorite card. I get 3 times the points at grocery stores for every dollar spent. I get 2 times the points at gas stations for every dollar spent, and I get 1 times the point for every dollar spent on everything else. But what's cool about this card is you receive a 50% bonus if you make 30 transactions in a billing cycle. I think it was only once where that didn't happen, and I was working on a minimum spend for another card, but I've always hit that. And now when I say that you make the 30 transactions, you get a 50% bonus. The 3 times the points in grocery stores now become 4.5 times the points. The 2 times the points at gas stations now become 3 times the points. And the 1 point everywhere else now becomes 1.5 times the points, which I rarely use this card for 1 times the points. I have too many other cards where I can benefit without actually worrying about getting 1 times the points. Next, the American Express Gold card. This is another favorite card that I have because I love to eat, whether I'm going to the grocery store, whether I'm dining out. And this card gets 4 times the points in U.S. restaurants. It also gets 4 times the points in grocery stores, up to $25,000 per year. Going back to the Everyday Preferred card, you will get 4.5 times the points or 3 times the points if you don't make 30 transactions, and it's also up to $6,000 per year, not $25,000. And the day I spend $25,000 in the grocery store, I'm probably going to be looking like Professor Clump. I mean, I can't imagine doing that. Even if I had a family of 12, maybe if I had a family of 12, I probably could. But with a family, a small family, I can't see doing that. Whether it's 2, 3, 4 people, I can't see spending $25 in a year on groceries. You know, the other cards in their particular roles that I want to talk about, you know, my American Express Business, Blue Business Plus card, I'm able to get 2 times the points for every dollar spent. And I use this card for a couple of things. Now, it is used for business purposes, but I use it for gas. I use it for cable. I use it for my cell phone. I use it for internet. And probably when my Chase bonus or my Chase introductory offer runs out, I'm going to start paying my automobile insurance with this card because I use my car to go to different consultations. I use my car to go to different meetings or when I'm moving around, advertising points, blank travel. You know, next, which cards do I actually have for the perks? First and foremost on this list is the Platinum card from American Express. I mean, I use this card 3 times per month just to put some activity on it, and it's usually something where I'm not worried. It's not a bonus category. I'm usually using it somewhere where I'm only going to get 1 times the point anyway. But where this card shines is its lounges. I mean, the Centurion Lounge, the Delta Sky Club if you're flying Delta, Priority Pass lounges, my Uber credits. I get $200 a year in Uber credits, and I don't use them every month, but when I'm ready to take Uber, I know I have a certain credit that's already there because of my Platinum card. Next card that I use strictly for perks is my Marriott card, my Marriott Bonvoy card. You know, I get a 1 free night up to 35,000 points per year with the Bonvoy card. And I mean, I'm cool with that. You know, give me a free night. I really don't swipe it because I only get 2 times the points for every purchase that I make. Now, if I'm staying at a Marriott property, I will break out this card because I'm getting 6 times the points. My Hilton Honors card is another card I really just use for the perks. Now, it does have some decent bonus categories. You get 6 times the points at grocery stores, gas stations, and restaurants. But Hilton points are so diluted where you're really not benefiting from it. I mean, I get 3 times the points everywhere else. And I'll use it, again, I use all my cards a couple times a month. And I can't remember what the actual points multiplier is if I'm at a Hilton property. I only stayed at one Hilton property since I had the card, and I don't recall even using the card there, which, again, I was kind of naive back then. So don't blame me. Please don't blame me. That's why I'm putting this information out to you so you won't be as naive as me. Now, going back, there was one card that I didn't mention that I do use, and it's not for the perks, and it is my American Express Blue Cash Preferred card. This card gives me the largest multiplier when it comes to cash back of any credit card I have. I get 6% cash back at grocery stores. And it does share the load because sometimes I really don't care about cash back. Sometimes I just want points. But 6% cash back. Now, again, that's also up to $6,000 per year. But man, that's a huge multiplier. And then at gas stations, I don't use the card at gas stations. I have other cards that I use for gas, my everyday preferred card, my Bank of America cash rewards card, because I get a 3.75% or something like that back on their cash back. And the reason I opt not to use the Blue Cash Preferred, because it doesn't really give me cash. It'll give me a statement credit, which is cash, but with my Bank of America card, I actually move that money into my Bank of America account or my Merrill Edge investment account. So I just want to look and make sure I've hit all the cards I think I have. And I mean, that's my American Express strategy. You have it. 7 different cards. And I use all of them. I use all of them every month, but I do have my Workhorse card and the American Express Everyday Preferred and the American Express Gold card. My Platinum is a cool flex card, but I use it 3 times a month. Sometimes I will shortchange myself and get 1 times a point if I'm out to dinner instead of getting 4 times the points if I'm using my gold card. Rarely will I do that, but every blue moon I'll do that. Hey, do me a favor. Tell me, if you're into the American Express ecosystem, what's your strategy? Please put it in the comments below. Which cards do you prefer from American Express? I'd love to hear about it. Who knows? I may change up my strategy. I know one thing I'm going to look at once I'm finished with this video is how much I'm spending in annual fees. I'm going to check that out, because now that I've did this and added it up, man, that's a lot of money. But it all comes down to, am I benefiting from the card? If I am, I'm not worried about the annual fee. But if I'm not, I may need to take a second look. Hey, remember, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with your family and friends, share it with people you don't even like. You never know who can learn something from information like this. I watched a lot of videos, I read a lot of articles when I was trying to learn about credit cards and points and miles, so you never know who may be paying attention. As always, remember, shoot for the moon. If you don't make it, you'll be amongst the stars. And I'm going to keep dropping this knowledge as much as I can, as often as I can. And I'll see you guys soon. Have a great evening, everyone. And I'll be coming back at you. Thanks.